Hi everyone, so with me here today I have my friend Gabby.
Hi everyone.
So Gabby, how old are you and where were you born?
I'm 19 years old and I was born in Caguas, Puerto Rico.
How did you and your family come over to the US?
Shortly after I was born, my mom and my grandparents came to Jersey.
Since you came over so young, are you able to speak Spanish? And if so, which language was your first?
Yes, my first language was Spanish and I can still speak it today.
So how does your family culture differ from American culture?
I would definitely say our food is different and certain holidays that we celebrate are different. Like we celebrate Three Kings Day and I know people in the United States don't usually do.
Have you faced any adversity being the race that you are? And if so, can you elaborate?
I definitely have. I feel like people look at Hispanics as if they are not as smart as everyone else. And I find that that stereotype is definitely fake. And I think that we're just as smart as everyone else.
Great, thank you so much, Gabby.
You're welcome.
State your name, age, and where you were born.
My name is Melinda Marilee Oriole. I'm 20 years old and I was born in Galloway, New Jersey.
Oh, you were born in Galloway? I'm gonna include that in the video. So what city in Puerto Rico is your family from?
They're all scattered, but they're mainly in Ponce, Puerto Rico.
And how did your family come to the U.S.?
It was my great grandparents, I believe. They came to New Jersey, and I have a lot of family in Connecticut too.
So that makes you like third generation, I guess, American?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, something
Okay.
like that. Yeah.
Can you speak Spanish? And if so, which language was your first language?
I don't speak Spanish now. I say a few things, but my first language actually was Spanish, but then I kind of forgot it when I was in school.
How does your family's culture and traditions differ from the U.S.?
I guess I would say music and how we were raised kind of different too, and some things were good, some things were bad. Sometimes we could be tougher than we mean to be, even though I'm a nice person, but my family's crazy. We're loud, but we're caring people.
And being a Puerto Rican, have you faced any adversity or any type of discrimination while growing up?
Yeah, a lot of people would say that if I was Italian or I don't look Spanish, or since I don't speak Spanish since I forgot it, they would say, oh, you're not Puerto Rican then. But I am Puerto Rican. I may not speak it, but I'm learning and I'm Puerto Rican. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Melinda.
You're welcome. Bye.
Hi guys, so for my project, I'm going to be interviewing my friend. So my first question is, how old are you and what city were you born in?
Hey guys, my name is Stephanie. I'm 21 years old and I was born in Ponce, Puerto Rico.
How did your family and you come to the United States?
My grandfather flew to the United States around, I think like 1947 with my grandmother while my dad stayed in Puerto Rico and he was like raised by my aunt. My dad shortly met my mother and they had my brother, my sister, and then they had me. And around the time I was 5, my family flew over to the United States and we established ourselves in New Jersey.
Okay. Are you able to speak Spanish, and if so, was that your first language?
Yeah, I'm actually able to speak Spanish. Spanish was actually my first language. I didn't learn English until my parents enrolled me in preschool, and I learned it through my friends and through my teachers.
Okay. And how does your family culture differ from the American culture today?
My family still keeps a lot of the Puerto Rican traditions. For example, we eat a lot of traditional Puerto Rican meals, and we still speak Spanish in the house. English hardly is ever spoken. We listen to and dance to a lot of Spanish music. When the holidays come around, I have a lot of family members from Puerto Rico that fly out, and it's always a big celebration.
And being Puerto Rican, do you feel as though you faced any struggles in the United States?
Personally, I don't think I ever really experienced any type of discrimination or any type of struggles for being Puerto Rico. I mean, Puerto Rico is still considered a U.S. territory, so I don't think I faced as many struggles as compared to someone else from another Latin American country. I think it's actually kind of convenient that I'm bilingual and I'm able to speak more than one language. I think that helps me job-wise.
Okay, thank you. And that will conclude our interview. Bye, guys.
Hi everyone. Today I'm here with my grandfather, Joe Flores.
Hi, everyone.
And the first question I'm going to be asking him today is how old are you and where were you born?
69 years old. I was born in San Juan, Puerto Rico, Army base.
How was it like growing up in Puerto Rico?
To me, it was a culture shock because when I was born, my dad took us all straight to Germany. And I spent 10 years there. And when I got back to Puerto Rico in 1960, it was a culture shock. Poverty, the way the people were being treated in the streets and all that stuff, I couldn't adjust to that. It was shocking. Very poor there. Caguas, Puerto Rico.
How did you and your family come to the United States?
Well, I did a lot of traveling with my father, my mother. When he had breaks from the military in Germany, we went to the Bronx, New York. We went to Massachusetts for a while, visited uncles and stuff, Long Island, Colorado. We've been everywhere, either in plane or driving or whatever, boat, ships. And that brought me and my wife and my kid, Jose, your dad, when I was 18. We came here to Vineland, New Jersey. That's it.
Are you able to speak Spanish? And if so, which was your first language?
I'm able to speak Spanish now after maybe 15 years old. And my first language was German. Because I grew up in Germany for 10 years and then I learned English. And then the last thing I learned was Spanish. And I could not go to school in Puerto Rico for 2 years. But I did go have the English classes and I passed them all. Every single one of them. I was the teacher's pet. That's about it.
And how does your family's culture differ from the American culture?
Big difference. They still use the festivities and all the Taino native Indians of Puerto Rico customs. And we call it fiesta or celebrations during the season. And they also have African communities in Puerto Rico, as much as they do Taino native Indians. They still exist. There's from the get-go, from the beginning of time, all that is still being used today. It never died. At the island or here stateside. For us, the Puerto Ricans, it's still the same. Nothing has changed. Okay?
Have you faced any adversity being Puerto Rican? And if so, can you elaborate on it?
In my old age, no, I have not. Because everything in this era has changed a lot. But in the beginning, like when I was here in New Jersey, I had to always show documentation of some sort. The police or the people in the stores would call and say, hey, that guy over there, you know, he's Hispanic. Is he legal? And then I would just tell the people in Puerto Rican that they didn't understand in those days. So they did look at us pretty like a lower race, I should say. They did not have a clue we were U.S. citizens, okay? And that brought a lot of problems to a lot of us stateside. I'm done.